Today is the 57-year anniversary of, anybody know? What happened 57 years ago today? Rich is right. 57 years ago tonight, on June 28, 1969, just a few weeks before Apollo 11 took off for the moon, and then less than 2 months before Woodstock. On that day, 57 years ago tonight, police officers raided a gay bar in Greenwich Village, the Stonewall Inn. And the arrests led to 6 days of violent protests, and the Stonewall Uprising, as it became known, became a formative moment in the movement for gay rights. This is why we honor Pride Month in June. So people celebrate or people denigrate life's rich pageant of humanity in a whole rainbow of ways. One of the positive ways is a group called Free Mom Hugs. And I promise you, even though that group is called Free Mom Hugs, I promise you that there are people who oppose that. You think that you could stand anywhere in America, in the world. Are moms good things? You bet, the moms are the best. Are hugs good things? Some people don't want to be hugged, but yeah, hugs are great. So free is great, moms are great, hugs are great, but free mom hugs? You guys are some of those love your neighbor people, aren't you? Yes, we are. So the Free Mom Hugs group recently spread its magic at a Pride event down in Bridgeport. And here to talk about her experience at that event is a friend of Barbie Granton's, Tanya Hipson. Please welcome to Justice South Berea, Tanya Hipson.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Are we doing okay? You can hear me okay? Great. Thank you for inviting me to participate in this and to share with you my experience. While I'm a member, I'm not a representative for Free Mom Hugs. We are going to ask the chapter leader to come here and speak to you more about the organization. But I wanted to share with you my experience of being a hugger. And as mentioned, I was at Bridgeport Pride and had just the tremendous opportunity to be a hugger. And I went that day feeling really sort of not great about myself. I was having a bad day. I even thought about staying home. And then I finally kind of pulled myself up by my bootstraps and said, no, Tanya, you got to show up. Just show up and do it. So I drove down there and I stood at the booth and had people come up to me, and I was wearing a shirt, and they said, are you giving out hugs? Yep. If you want a hug, I'm here for you. Or a fist bump or a high five, whatever you're comfortable with. Doesn't have to be a hug. And sometimes it's just a high five. They want that connection. Sometimes they want a hug and they just want a little side hug, right? Like just a little connection, and that's good too. But every once in a while, you get that individual who will wrap their arms around you and squeeze so tightly that you can feel all of the energy in their body. And you have that moment where you can feel them just sort of release in your arms, right? And they start to cry, some of them, not all of them. And I have stood there until they will let go of me. And while they're crying, I thank them for being here. I thank them for coming to the event. And I tell them, in this moment, you are safe. I walked away from that event, and this is actually what Barbie saw. I made a couple of videos and posted them to my Facebook. Because while I'm there, I try to be really peppy and upbeat, right? Really positive. But when somebody releases that kind of energy and emotion for you, you take it in, right? And when I got home, I was almost in tears when I did these videos, just processing what I had been told. There were some folks that hadn't seen their family in years, hadn't gotten a hug from a mom in years. And that was that release, that they were able to get a hug from a mom. And it didn't matter that I wasn't their mom. That didn't matter. They just needed to know that someone saw them and that they were safe. It meant so much to me to be able to be there for them. You talked about the small, safe spaces. That is the smallest space. When you're that close to somebody, that is the absolute smallest space. And it's the most personal, and in some ways, the most intimate space I can think of. And it's one way that I feel like, as an ally, I can give back. I can show up and I can hug you, or I can high five you, or I can fist bump you, whatever is comfortable for you. But I can show up for you in that little tiny way if you want it. I'm not going to force myself on you, but I'm here, right? It's been such a tremendous experience. I got to be a part of several Pride events, and every single time when I walk away, I get so much out of having been there. And so many times as people are hugging or they are walking by, they just thank us for showing up. It's as simple as, thank you for being there as a part of the community. Thank you for showing up for us. And to me, it seems like the very least I can do to just show up, right? Yeah. It is such a powerful moment. It is such a powerful experience. And I really, if you have a chance, if you're interested, like I said, I'll try to invite Kathy back to speak to you about the organization itself. But it has been such a tremendous thing for me to be able to do. And I just, again, want to thank Rick and Jeremy and Barbie for inviting me up here to be able to share my experience with you. And with that,